If you're watching this, you must love horror, science fiction, B-movies, and weird tales. You can help spread that love by signing up at patreon.com/LordBloodRah. There you can help support the production of Lord BloodRah's Wrackin Theater, presenting the best, worst, and wildest horror and science fiction films ever made. Lord BloodRah's Wrackin Auditorium, the podcast featuring chilling old-time radio horror shows best listened to in the dark. And Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour, the kind of show kids in the 60s and 70s would run home from school to see, featuring classic science fiction heroes like Flash Gordon, Tom Corbett Space Cadet, Captain Zero, and many more. Plus, if you sign up, you'll have exclusive access to content available nowhere else, like Lord BloodRah's B-movie reviews, radio episode commentaries, and more. Sign up today at patreon.com/LordBloodRah for the love of horror.
Countdown for blast off. X minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire.
Welcome to Lord BloodRah's nerve-wracking theater.
My lords and ladies, geeks, geekarellas, geekulas, and geekeritas, I am Lord BloodRah, and this is Lord BloodRah's Nerve-Wrackin Theater. And tonight, we have an example of one of my favorite kinds of fright films, the anthology. A number of horrific tales strung together to intrigue and terrify the viewer. If you don't care for the story that's being told, just hang around a few minutes. Another one is on its way. Tonight, it's the 1961 petrifying portmanteau, The Devil's Messenger, starring the great Lon Chaney Jr. And of course, along the way, we'll have our usual oddball assortment, another warning from Gore Drizzle the Unkind, our cranial cavity search, and much, much more. But now, without further ado, I give to you a 3-pack of terror tales. Here is The Devil's Messenger.
younger?
Right.
You won't need those down here. Right through there. You wanted to come here. Why hesitate? Satanya. Suicide. It says here, third attempt. Determined, weren't you? Love? Love is such a stupid emotion. I hate to see such a pretty girl go down there. At least not yet. I'd like to help you. I have an idea. You could be my messenger.
Messenger?
Yes. We have rules here, too. You see, suicide is a special case. And I'm sure that you'll be looked upon more favorably if you take this job.
Do I have a choice?
Of course, the choice is entirely yours. You'd have to go back. Up there.
No, I won't go back.
Do you realize what is down there? Go look. See for yourself.
No.
I thought you'd change your mind. Now, all you have to do is deliver something for me. If you succeed, we'll take your case before a special tribunal. You see, your crime is different. You only sin against yourself.
And what am I doing here? I've hurt no one.
That will be entirely up to the tribunal. Actually, what you'll be doing is delivering to your society up there a passport, a ticket. One way, of course, for them to join our society down here. We try very hard to make it easy for them to join us. It's like a big country club. Sometimes our gifts are unusual. As you can see, this is a camera.
Looks like an ordinary camera.
That's where you're wrong, my dear. You will find that nothing is ordinary from down here. You'll deliver this to Mr. Donald Powell.
What has he done to make him a candidate for this place?
It isn't what he has done, my dear. It's what he's about to do.
How do I find this Mr. Powell?
Well, there's the address. We'll furnish the transportation. You deliver the gift.
That's it. Good girl.
This is the 28th photo you took.
Oh? I didn't count. Besides, you're being paid by the hour.
This isn't included in the fee.
Don't be coy with me.
You have a wife.
Not since last week. Besides, why should a guy get cooped up just because he paid $2 for a marriage license?
Did it hurt?
I should have warned you about Lover Boy.
I'm being paid to work.
I'm not going to work anymore today.
It's up to you, Don, to work or not. But I'm getting paid. Aren't I, Charlie?
Sure. Now get out of here.
Coming?
Come on, get out.
Okay, okay. What's the rush?
Don, you need a rest. You're overworked.
I feel fine, Charlie.
Why don't you go away for a few days? But don't take a girl with you.
Everybody running my life?
Well, you need somebody to run your life.
Charlie, you make enough money off of me. What do you want me to do?
Go up to Maine, to New England, but only with your camera. Take photographs, rest, change the surroundings, find yourself again.
I'm not lost, Charlie.
If you don't take a rest, I'm afraid you're going to be in trouble.
With whom? Women? They're fine trouble.
With yourself. You're working yourself up into a full-size nervous breakdown.
Oh, rot.
Oh, get away and come back rested, serene, clear-eyed.
Hey, let me take your photograph, will you?
Stand right next to the horse. Here like this. That's right.
Hello. I'd like to talk to you. Why don't you let me take your picture? Look, I'm a professional photographer. You've got features I've never seen on another woman. I haven't offended you, have I? All I want's a photograph. Don't be afraid of me.
Ah, now that's the way to kick off a vacation. Take in the local scenery, snap a few pictures, and then assault and murder a perfect stranger. And by the way, if those mountains and that avalanche didn't exactly look like a typical New England winter to you, there's a good reason. Those scenes were shot in Sweden. You see, this movie is put together from 3 episodes of a Swedish TV series called 13 Demon Street, hosted by Lon Chaney and created by the great Kurt Siodmak, who wrote the script for the 1941 classic The Wolfman. Now, there's some mystery about this series. Some say it never actually aired on TV. Some say it aired in the U.S. in syndication in the 1960s sometime. Who knows? If you look hard enough, you can find all the episodes of 13 Demon Street online. And now on to some commercials that are just plain hard to look at.
From Haiti, land of the voodoo, comes the most infamous cult of all. Bela Lugosi as Murder Legendre.
I see death.
Master of the undead damned. The sinister power behind the white zombie.
Zombies? Yes. They are my servants.
This soul killer takes men from their graves to be his slaves. His instruments of terror, and now this fiend plots to possess a woman.
Only a pin boy, a silver one, in a glass of wine, or perhaps a flower.
Keep it, monsieur. Keep it. You may change your mind.
Not dead? Are you mad? I saw her die. The doctor signed the certificate. I saw them bury her.
Captive in the borderland between life and death. Her brain drained of the life spark. The white zombie obeys the unholy commands of her demon master. As mindless creatures carry out his cursed will, terror explodes in horror and heartquake.
Zombie! Allez, allez!
Never eyes so evil, never powers so potent, never magic so black. Bela Dracula Lugosi as the master of the white zombie.
I'll be right out.
Why didn't you call me when you got back?
Coming.
Nice work. This is art, not photography.
All I do is press the button.
You're using the camera like an artist a brush. Look at this old man and the horse. Two old pals having worked together all their lives, now grown old together. What's the matter with you, Don? You never used to drink before 6.
Don't tell me what I should do and what I shouldn't do.
I thought you'd come back rested, less nervous. What's bothering you, Don?
You and everybody else. Look, Charlie, if you're going to take my worries, you only take 10%, huh? Now, be a good boy and go off and leave me. I'm tired.
At 3 in the afternoon?
Yeah, do I have to stick to convention about being tired?
Oh, I don't want to bother you, Don. I only came by to tell you that World Magazine wants to do a spread about you, 16 pages. The work of the most famous photographer of our time, Don Powell.
What are you doing, Charlie?
In your absence, I even picked out the pictures. I got the Wagner galleries for the exhibition.
What's the matter, Charlie? Don't you make enough money off of me?
But, Don...
You tell me to rest, then let me rest.
But, Don...
Look, I don't want all this publicity. I don't want to be plastered on gallery walls. I don't want to be published in millions of magazines.
You're still sick.
Okay, I'm sick. Now go.
I hope you feel better tomorrow. If you do, come around to the Wagner galleries. Gerard of the World wants to meet you. He's going to pick out the pictures for the magazine. Don. Mr. Gerard of World Magazine, Don Powell.
How do you do?
Mr. Powell, congratulations. Your work is fabulous.
Well, you take a few 100,000 photographs, a few are bound to turn out.
I could take 1,000,000, and I'd never have your quality. The lights fusing on the shadows, the symbolism. We've chosen 24 for the World. We'll also give you a color spread, though your forte is black and white. This is my favorite. Beautiful composition. You can almost touch the snow. And still it has something unreal about it.
How did that picture get here?
Oh, it's not so bad, Don.
How did it get here?
The best of the collection, I'd say. It shows the eyes of a master who can pick the right object at the exact right light.
Shouldn't be here. Please, Don.
He's never satisfied with his work, is he?
Did you hang that picture here, Charlie?
I found it in the dark room. I thought you forgot to give it to me.
It'll make the cover of the magazine. What's the matter, Mr. Powell?
I don't like this print.
Looks perfect.
No, I'll see that you get another one. This is just a proof.
Oh, no. You leave that with me.
No.
Who is it?
It's me.
What do you want?
A drink.
I didn't call you.
I know. I thought you might be lonely. Or you must have a girl up here. Anyhow, I wanted to be sure which is which and what's what. Aren't you glad I came? I was at the exhibition. It was terrific. But you know what I like best? The pictures you took of me. But you didn't exhibit the right ones. Where are they?
No!
Why not? You took pictures of me, much better ones than you showed at the gallery. I have a good figure. You said so yourself. Where are they?
No, Dixie, please.
Why are you suddenly so shy? Those are my pictures, too. Now give them to me.
No.
Sometimes you frighten me. There's something in you that really scares me.
I didn't mean to.
I better go.
Dixie, please stay. Please don't leave me alone.
You certainly have changed.
How? In what way?
I don't know. But it isn't you anymore.
Well, then who is it?
Since you came back from your vacation. Something must have happened to you, Don. What is it?
No, nothing.
Have you met another girl?
Why? Why do you say that?
I never saw you so...
How? Say it, how?
You look... frightened. What's frightening you, Don?
Nothing. What a silly question.
Touch me.
Why? Why not?
No.
Who are you going to call? I don't even think Venkman, Stan Spangler, and Zedmore could help you out. You took that picture with the devil's camera, and now you'll just have to wait and see what develops? Vincent Price Almighty, who writes this stuff?
Attempting to solve the disappearance of a beautiful girl, the East Side Kids invade a haunted mansion and come face to face with sinister Bela Lugosi. The kids take the first round, but that's only the beginning of this terrifying night.
Fool humans! I, Gordrizzle, the Unkind, Planet Plunderer, World Wrecker, the big red eye that spells your demise, warns you once again that in 12 million years, your distant descendants will bow and scrape before my magnificent presence. They will serve my every whim, and my whims are far, far beyond your pitiful imaginings. You know nothing of my whims. Imagine a wild whim, the wildest whim you can imagine, and I guarantee you, my whims are 1,000 times wilder. I am renowned throughout the universe for the wildness of my whims, and your distant descendants will serve those unimaginable whims without reservation. Until I destroy your planet, then the whim-serving ends. 12 million years, fool humans! Make note of it! And quake in fear, fool humans! Quake in fear!
Charlie? Yeah. Okay, so I walked out on the exhibition and Gerard's unhappy. I couldn't care less. No, he's not getting a photo. That's what I want to talk to you about. Charlie, where can I meet you? Anywhere you say, anywhere but here. No, I'm alone. Charlie, shut up and listen to me. Charlie, I'll meet you at the 59 bar. Okay, and I want you there, Charlie. You got it? The 59 bar.
As fast as I could.
Look, Charlie, I want to ask you something.
Yes? The same. Thank you, sir. What is it?
Charlie, do you think I'm insane?
No, of course not.
How long have you known me?
15 years.
Have I changed lately?
Oh, you're more nervous, but everybody has that bad
Give me a
time.
direct answer, yes or no.
Well, since you asked me. Yes, you have changed.
That's what Dixie said. She left me just now.
Yes, she phoned me.
She did, huh? Charlie, it's incredible. It can't be.
What?
Can a photograph be alive?
What do you mean, alive?
Look, I took a picture of that old farmhouse. There's nobody in the picture. You saw it. Was there anybody in it?
No, there wasn't. It was just a photo of the old farmhouse with a path leading down.
Well, look, somebody has come out of that house, and they're coming toward me closer and closer. What am I going to do? Huh?
Well, I think you better talk to somebody who can give you an answer. I'm not the right guy, Don.
I won't do that. I know when I'm seeing things.
Look, this whole thing is nothing but an hallucination.
No.
Look, I'll go with you to the studio and prove to you that you're only seeing things. Why not? This would prove to you that you're only imagining the thing.
No.
Look, if I can't see her, you'll believe me. I know you will. Don, be reasonable. Let me come with you.
No.
Sorry, I'm going with you.
No, you're not.
Don. His heart has stopped.
The beautiful devil's messenger. Tell me exactly what happened.
Mr. Powell's imagination got the better of him. I believe you'd call it a heart attack. He'll be here shortly. It's a terrible thing, the way you go around ruining people's lives.
Oh, but my dear, I thought you knew. People ruin their own lives. All we do is help them a bit.
I've delivered your gift of murder. Now, when do I stand before this tribunal?
Well, you have another gift to deliver. Remember? I said we had rules?
You mean I have to go back again up there? Oh, no. I took my life because I couldn't stand it up there anymore. Besides, my sin is no greater than theirs. Why should I be singled out like this? Yes, I accepted your offer. I was afraid of what might be down there. But now I prefer that to helping you with your dirty work.
Well, I was only trying to do you a favor, my dear. Tanya, deliver this pick to a miner in Torsholm, Sweden. What he finds with this pick will lead to all sorts of complications, and we'll have a new recruit.
Hey, Knut. Look.
Ice. Looks like we hit the glacier. That's the end of the shaft. We can't blast it out. It might reach miles into the mountain. Shall we abandon the tunnel? I don't see what else we can do. I'd better phone the office.
Hey, Knut.
What is it? There. There's something there. Let's blast it out. No, I'd better phone the scientists. Let them have a look at it. You know what it looks like?
Don't say it. I think I'm seeing the same thing.
Slow.
But the eyes must be broken.
Already writing the report?
Yes, we'll need it for the Anthropological Congress in September. Just in case we lose the object.
But how can we lose it?
All right. Carry on.
Human being 50,000 years old. I want to get the block of ice transported to the museum intact.
And so our lovely devil's messenger has delivered another gift. A pick, which has unearthed a woman 50,000 years old. 50,000 years. What could she be? A sacrifice to some long-lost deity? Maybe a humanoid alien that had to take refuge in the ice centuries ago. Maybe she even went to high school with Betty White. Who knows? We'll be back in a few moments, which may actually feel like 50,000 years.
Okay, banga banga.
Since when do you talk a native language?
I just started today.
Well, what do you say?
What do you say? I don't even know what I said.
Do I, baby? Of course I do. Duke me!
Mitchell and Sammy Petrillo turn an island paradise into the zaniest madhouse in the 7 seas. Charlita puts a gleam in Duke Mitchell's eyes.
Your smile only added life to your masquerade.
Muriel Landers puts the whammy on Sammy.
Sammy! Run for your life! Go on, get out of here. Run for your life.
Ramona, the romantic chimp, takes off on a romantic chase of her own.
Strange, but interesting.
Really think so? What a charming compliment.
Bela Lugosi finds the perfect subject to turn a gorilla into a goof, and versa versa.
Look, what are you trying to tell me? I don't understand a word. What am I, dumb or something? Don't answer that. Now look, Duke Mitchell, I'm running this game, you understand? And don't talk back. Yeah, now put it on, because we gotta get out that door.
Hasn't suffered from the transport.
We'll know in a minute.
Can you see anything? Yes.
Let me have a look. Remarkable. This I have to see. The girl in ice. To think that she died thousands of years ago. She looks alive.
How beautiful she is. How do we get her out? Melt the ice?
I would suggest chiseling her out, and the cold would preserve her.
No. Ben, what is it?
Must not take a risk and harm her.
Of course not.
I'll be taking care of her and see that the temperature is kept at 20 below. I'll be in charge.
Why you? I'm the anthropologist here. And you know that my research pertains to any kind of petrified historic man.
As the anthropologist of this museum, she belongs to my department.
I don't want to be cheated out of an important research like this.
Cheated?
Gentlemen, please, let me decide who will be in charge.
My training, my experiences. It's my duty to science.
No, Sven, Dr. Olson is right. She belongs to the science of anthropology. He is an expert on the subject.
I think we should have a surgeon brought in to dissect her.
Dissect her?
I don't understand your attitude. How do you plan to go about getting her out, Dr. Olson?
I think I'll increase the temperature in this room. The ice will slowly melt and become transparent. And then we can study her better.
But everybody will see her in her nakedness.
Why not? Why shouldn't we see her in her nakedness?
When were you born? How many millenniums before my time? What was your name? Your name? Was it Cordelia? Angelica? Are you an angel to return to this earth? Two people are destined for each other. You and I. You had to return to come to me, Angelica. I knew when I first saw you that we were chosen for each other. Only time stood between us. What is time but a conception of man? I have to get you out of your prison, to hold you in my arms. I love you, Angelica.
Seastrom! What are you doing here?
The same as you.
Did Dr. Holmes make it clear to you that this is my research, not yours? I know that you want to cheat me out of the fruits of my lifelong work. You have no right.
I have the same right to be here as you, Olson.
I understand your feeling. Your scientific curiosity. All right. I'll forget that we met here. If you promise not to come here again.
She is mine.
Of course. Of course. Now let's go out together, eh? Leave the lady alone.
What do you have in mind? What are you going to do to her? You'll make her suffer.
You talk as if she were alive.
But don't you see? No, of course you don't see. She is alive.
That's not possible.
By gradually lowering the temperature, a body can slowly be frozen without terminating life. How long can the body stay in a suspended state? 1 year, a century, a millennium? Who says it cannot? I know she's alive.
Yeah. She looks alive. Shall we go?
I know what you have in mind. You want to get me out of here. You want to make it impossible for me to see her.
That's not true.
Then prove it. Turn this research, as you call it, over to me. She's more to me than she is to you. She's not an object of vivisection.
That's enough. Now let's get out of here.
Dr. Olson did not show up this morning. I phoned his home, but he didn't sleep there last night.
Well, what about the girl in the ice?
Well, that's why I called you. We must keep the find a secret until the day when we have gathered enough scientific information about this body. Otherwise, I'm afraid we'll be overrun with reporters and zealous anthropologists.
I agree with you, Dr. Holt. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Dr. Seastrom, I want you to find out how we can free her from her icy surroundings without damage to her body.
Yes, sir. Then I will be in charge.
Yes.
But under one condition.
Yes?
Since I will be responsible, I also need the authority that goes with a job like this.
Oh, I understand.
I want everybody checking with me first. No one is allowed entrance to the room without first having it cleared through me.
That sounds reasonable.
No one. Not even you.
Why are you restricting me, too?
Only for a short time. It would give me peace of mind.
All right.
For 2 million years in these subterranean caves, a creature of superhuman evil was entombed in a wall of ice, waiting to be free, waiting to live again. Travel with us on a journey into a world where nightmare becomes reality.
Are you telling me that an ape that lived 2 million years ago got onto that crate, killed the baggage man and put him in there?
Yes, I am. It's alive. It must be.
Travel with us, if you dare, on the Horror Express.
We'll search the train and find it, whatever it is, and destroy it. But if it's alive... I want this kept quiet. I don't want to panic the passengers.
The malignant power of this creature is indestructible, transferring its force from mind to mind, from body to body.
Beast is not dead. I put 4 bullets into him.
You think evil can be killed with bullets? Satan lives.
The animal that you shot was only the host. It's alive in someone on this train.
You saw his eyes. One look at them and you're dead.
Anything that moves near that door, kill it.
Run. Run for your life. Hide, but you can't escape. No one can stop the fury and the terror of the Horror Express.
Well, it looks like Dr. Googly Eyes has fallen for our frozen femme fatale. So much so, he's committed murder to have her all to himself. But will he ever break the ice with our lovely Lady Sickle? Or will she just continue to give him the cold shoulder? Let's see as we return to The Devil's Messenger.
And that was the last time you saw Dr. Olson?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
You said you couldn't detect anything extraordinary in his behavior, no sign that he was upset.
No, I didn't. Did you, Dr. Lon?
Well, we were all somewhat excited, I would say, and we still are.
This has nothing to do with Olson's disappearance, I assure you.
Please, let me be the judge of that.
We brought in an anthropolithic object. I put Olson in charge of it. That excited him, I assume.
Now, where is that object?
In the ice house.
Well, then Dr. Olson might be there.
No, Dr. Seastrom, who's working there, did not see him.
Dr. Seastrom? Who is he?
I put him in charge of the anthropolithic object after Olson's disappearance.
Now we're getting closer.
It is pretty, isn't it? I want you to wear it. Here are the shoes. I know they'll fit you. Only a few feet of ice are separating us, Angelica. A few inches of frozen water. But you can see me. Can you hear me talk? Knew you were alive. I knew it. You want to talk to me? You want me to hold you in my arms? I'm going to get you out.
now, soon you will be free. How many thousands of years were you waiting for this day, Angelica? And yet you would have waited another 10,000 years for me, wouldn't you? I might have lived in your time, might have died young, before our love was fulfilled. If I had only the memory of this time, I would have known that I vowed to meet you again on this earth. When I first saw you, I recognized you instantly. Your name came back to me. I remembered your tender embraces, your soft lips. And now you've come back to me. You're going to drown.
Was nothing compared to the sins your little gifts led to.
Now, my dear. Let's change the subject. While you were away, I was thinking. I think I came up with a diabolical idea.
Is there any other kind of idea in a place like this?
That's a fun. Well, I'm not much for fun, but that's a good one. You know, my plan may be sort of a pun, too. Yeah, you suffered all your life for love. You snuffed it out for love. You were hurt and angry.
Why do you go through it again? I know what I did and I know why.
Well, how would I take it even? How would you like to wrap up all your frustrations in one little bundle? I thought that would tickle your curious bone. Some people say they can see things in a crystal ball. Others that they can foretell the future. Others say they can reconstruct the past. But they can only see what we down here let them see. Because the crystal ball is the toy of the devil. Tanya, you deliver this crystal ball to a Madame Germain in the Limehouse district of London.
I realize there's no sense in protesting. But so far, I don't see your diabolical plan.
Well, my plan is to reward you for your effort.
Reward? What do you mean?
Well, let me explain. You love this John Radian very much.
John? Why do you bring him into this?
Isn't that exactly what you want to do? Bring him into this?
Yes.
Then you could accomplish something.
At times I wanted to kill him. But you know, you're right. I would accomplish something. I could get even with him. I could get even for all the suffering, for all the humiliation. I could teach him a lesson. I could teach him one final lesson.
I thought you'd like my little plan. Now you just deliver this. And I can assure you that your John Radian will join us very soon.
It's here! It's here! My lords and ladies, remember I told you that this movie was cobbled together from 3 episodes of a TV series that may never have actually aired? Well, you see, this film, The Devil's Messenger, was actually a huge hit in Sweden where it was made, oddly enough. And it was such a huge hit that a Swedish toy company actually made a line of action figures based on the movie. There was a figure of Lon Chaney as the devil, Satania, Don the photographer, Dr. Seastrom, everybody. But the rarest figure of all is this one. Angelica, the frozen woman. And I finally tracked one down. I found it on the Swedish version of eBay. They call it eFjord. I can't wait to see this. Well, the climate here is a lot warmer than Sweden, and I guess the figure doesn't travel well. I'm out $750. Here are a few commercials that may also induce buyer's remorse.
That it could happen in America. That it could happen now. That it could ever happen to me. Another murder tonight. At Watergate. My apartment.
You must issue the order that he be taken alive.
The moon hasn't risen yet. Put a guard on me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
And what happens next?
Nothing. It just stops. I've never found out what's in that room. It keeps pulling me, but I've never been able to make myself go inside.
How often have you had this dream?
Oh, 6, maybe 7 times.
This is quite common, John. You have a fear of the future.
Doesn't everybody?
At the same time, you want to know what you're going to do. So you have this dream in order to give yourself an opportunity to find out. You get closer and closer until you're too close. And at the last minute, you're afraid to face it.
Tell me, is that why I scream?
Just a device to bring you back to wakeful and safe reality.
It would be awful to learn one's future. I'm certain I don't want to know any of it.
A part of you does, or you wouldn't have the dream. You want it, yet you fear it. That fear is centered on a non-existent building in an imaginary street.
But that's just the point. It isn't imaginary. I played there many times when I was a boy.
Could you find it if you looked?
Without a bit of trouble.
Then do the thing that you're incapable of doing in your dream. Look at it for what it is. A harmless old building that probably frightened you as a child. Once you see that, I'm sure you'll be relieved of the anxieties that are plaguing you.
Hi. Johnny, come home. Johnny.
Come in, John Radian. I expected you sooner.
How did you know my name?
The crystal, of course. Shall we begin?
Begin?
Your future. Isn't that why you came?
Yes.
That's always the way with you impatient ones.
I'm not impatient. It's just that
I know. Why do people want to know about their future? To hear about pleasant surprises? Will they also accept the clouds of misfortune, the fears of disaster?
Just tell me what you see. You'll get paid for it.
Relax and come along with me. That's it. Much clearer. Much clearer. There. Yes. Yes, I see you. But you're still far away. You will be offered a trip.
A trip?
To Egypt.
I assure you, I'm not going anywhere. I have neither the money nor the inclination.
There you are. Looking desperately for somebody. You can't find him. It frightens you. It terrifies you.
Looking for whom?
I don't know. He isn't there. But somebody else. You're talking to him. He has a scar. A deep scar. And he will prompt you to fulfill your destiny.
I don't understand a word of what you're saying.
It is as I expected.
Fine, and tell me, what do I expect?
Your future. But you have no future.
Well, what did you see?
A clock. Striking midnight. I saw you very clearly. I saw you very dead.
You lie.
Yes, I lie. Often. But the crystal never lies. Tonight at midnight, you will be dead.
What is this? Are you threatening me?
I have no grudge against you. I don't even know you.
That's too bad. You know, I thought I might find out who or what it is I'm dealing with.
Why do you want to know?
Somewhere, somebody is waiting to kill me. Maybe the man with the scar.
No. But somehow his presence is necessary to the chain of events.
Then who is it?
What would you do if you knew?
Ah, there are many ways of dealing with a murder. I could find his motives and reason with him.
That would not change fate.
Who is it?
I am the one who will take your life.
What do I owe you?
Nothing.
I do love watching a man pursue his dreams or nightmares. This gentleman is doing his best to try to confront his fears, but the devil's messenger has made her delivery. This can't end well. Fate is all about the next delivery, the next knock at the door, the next ringing of the phone. Fate turns on a dime. Now here are a few commercials that will try to take some of those dangerous dimes away from you. If you're watching this, you must love horror, science fiction, B-movies, and weird tales. You can help spread that love by signing up at patreon.com/LordBloodRah. There you can help support the production of LordBloodRah's Wrackin Theater, presenting the best, worst, and wildest horror and science fiction films ever made. LordBloodRah's Wrackin Auditorium, the podcast featuring chilling old-time radio horror shows best listened to in the dark. And Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour, the kind of show kids in the 60s and 70s would run home from school to see, featuring classic science fiction heroes like Flash Gordon, Tom Corbett Space Cadet, Captain Zero, and many more. Plus, if you sign up, you'll have exclusive access to content available nowhere else, like LordBloodRah's B-movie reviews, radio episode commentaries, and more. Sign up today at patreon.com/LordBloodRah for the love of horror.
Coming to this theater soon, The Beast of Yucca Flats. Filmed on the burning hot sands by Yucca Flats. See terror, panic, murder. See the Cardoza and Francis production of The Beast of Yucca Flats. See a man turn killer. See a woman ravaged. See one of the most exciting movies ever made. See The Beast of Yucca Flats. A killer on the loose. Death sweeps across the desert. Panic. A bloodthirsty killer stalks a moonlit desert. See The Beast of Yucca Flats.
It's LordBloodRah's Tremulous Trailers.
Listen, if you can imagine the furor of love, then maybe you'll hear. These walls here, these windows answer. The Screaming Skull. The Screaming Skull is a motion picture magnificent in its horror. Therefore, this certificate assures burial service without cost to anyone in the audience who dies of fright while seeing The Screaming Skull. See the re-visualization of a woman scorned. See the vengeful violence of the undead. The Screaming Skull, starring Alex Nichol. See Terror from the Year 5000 and The Screaming Skull.
Just how do you intend to kill me?
I've no idea.
But is there a reason?
I don't even know you.
Well, this is a big town. Try to find me before midnight. Is there a telephone around?
You just passed one.
Oh, there's a girl in there. She's on a marathon talk. How long can a woman gab without saying anything?
That's why I never married. Buy a ticket. Might be your night. Have a look. Might be a winner.
Plane ticket to Egypt.
Aren't you lucky? For days I thought I was only selling duds.
Yes, that away.
That's what she said. Egypt.
Said? Who?
Dr. Holmes, please. Look, I'm talking from a public telephone. Try to find him for me, will you, please? I want him now. He's my doctor now. Do you understand? Get him. Look, I'll leave my number. It's Hendon 3535. Call me. I'll be waiting. Hendon 3535. Have you got that? Officer. I suppose this will sound a little foolish to you, but would you please arrest me?
You've had a few, huh?
No. Look, just overnight. Take me in for overnight, that's all I ask, please.
Now, you go home and sleep it off.
No! She is going to kill me. She told me so.
Well, I think that's very sporting of her to give you a fair warning.
Oh, officer, this is no time for jokes. Don't you realize I may be dead before morning?
Listen, mister, we're all liable to be dead before the night's out. Now, just get me there.
Look, I know this sounds ridiculous to you. But I had this dream, see? And my doctor, he said, face it. He said, nothing is as bad as it seems if we face it. You really had the advantage, didn't you? The moment I'm out of your sight, I'm a sitting duck.
I hoped that you wouldn't come back. But you see, neither of us can escape it.
Well, if I spend every moment with you, there's nothing you can do that I won't know about.
If you don't sit down, you'll wear out the carpet. That wouldn't take very much.
I walk in here and I find you in this room, sealed off from the world. There isn't a window in this room. What is this, a tomb?
Enlightenment comes more easily in the dark.
And what about you? You obviously believe that you're going to kill me. Don't you care enough about yourself to try to prevent it?
If I had it in my power, I would. But there is nothing I can do, except...
Except what?
The kettle. I was preparing tea when you arrived.
Operator, get me Westlake 4100. Yes, quickly, please. Hello? Hello? Did you get Dr. Humes for me? Yes, this is John Radian. Well, connect me quickly, please. Oh, I'm glad you're home. I'm at 20 South Central Street. Yes, I followed your advice. I did. I met her. The fortune teller. I'm with her now. I'll be here till midnight. Sure she exists, just like in the dream. I want you to know, if anything happens to me, it was the fortune teller. Madame Germaine, got that? Yes. Goodbye.
Join me in a cup of tea?
I just made that telephone call. Now, not to the police. They're no good to me. To my doctor. You heard what I said?
Sugar? Milk?
Now, if anything happens to me, the police will know where I've been.
There is nothing we can do to prevent your death.
This tea, it smells funny.
You think I'm trying to poison you?
I don't know.
But you don't believe in the crystal?
Of course I don't.
Then drink your tea.
Did it ever occur to you that you might die first?
What do you suggest? Shall I kill myself?
I swear your time is as short as mine.
Let me by, Mr. Radian.
Don't tempt me.
Let me by.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You've got a gun. Wind the clock, straighten the room. If there were a catch, you'd put it out. How can you go on like this if you're convinced something's going to happen?
We're all going to die. It's just that most of us don't know when. So we go on, day after day.
Tell you what, I'm sorry for what I said before. All right?
That's understandable. For one who has 5 minutes to live.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry. We both have reason to be.
You were saying, madam?
We both have reason to be nervous.
The prediction's on the other foot now, isn't it?
I want you to leave here now.
Why?
Look, you're free. Free to get away from me. You mustn't commit this crime.
It's that time, my lords and ladies. Assume the position and open your minds wide. It's time for your cranial cavity search. Yes, my lords and ladies, the cranial cavity search. Here's a chance for you great geeks out there to prove your geek cred by showing what you know. And tonight's cranial cavity search question is: Lon Chaney Jr. starred in many classic Universal horror films, as well as many not-so-classic films. But he only sang the theme song for one movie. For which film did Lon Chaney Jr. sing the theme song? A. Dracula vs. Frankenstein. B. Fury of the Wolfman. C. Spider Baby. Or D. The Ghost of Frankenstein. Think about it, my lords and ladies. Don't Google about it, while these ads try their best to distract you.
Hey, geeks! Want more Lord BloodRah? To help support the show and get exclusive content found nowhere else, sign up at patreon.com/LordBloodRah.
and the answer to tonight's cranial cavity search question. For which film did Lon Chaney Jr. sing the theme song? It was C. Spider Baby. A bizarre little gem of a film. Lon Chaney Jr. plays the caretaker for a family afflicted with a rare degenerative disease. Once they reach puberty, they begin to regress past childhood, past the infant state, into subhuman cannibalism. A great film. It also stars a very, very young Sid Haig, years before he became Captain Spaulding from House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. Oh, and about Lon Chaney Jr.'s further singing career. He also did a very, very good cover of Bobby Boris Pickett's Monster Holiday. Bobby Boris Pickett, of course, of Monster Mash fame. And now, let's see how fate will twist this terrifying tale as we return to The Devil's Messenger.
Shame, but it was his own fault.
That's not what he told me.
It was a stupid thing to be wandering around in that building.
He was looking for something he had lost.
Guess that's why he didn't see the sign.
Sign? Where's the other body?
There was only one.
Oh, no. When he called me, he told me that she was responsible.
Who?
The fortune teller, the one that lived here.
Fortune teller? Living here? I told you this building is condemned. It's been empty for years.
Tanya, you've done well. Now you can realize that coming into the unknown was not in vain. The lovers are reunited.
Look, I don't know who you are or what this place is, but let's get one thing straight. I'm not in love with her, and I haven't been for a long time. You can't blame me for what she did. Anybody that'd cut their wrists and say it was for love. I don't want any part of it.
You haven't changed. You'll never change. You're just as rotten as the day I met you.
What have you got to do with all this? I thought we said our goodbyes a long time ago. You never give up, do you? You know, I've told you again and again, you better see a doctor. You're sick.
Stop it! I told you never to say that to me again. I don't have to stand here and listen to you.
Wait. It's too late for that. We have no interest in your petty arguments down here. Mr. Radian, you were brought here for a purpose. Perhaps I should say a twofold purpose. Hers and mine.
Look, mister, I don't know why she brought me here, or what you're talking about, but I'm not planning to stay very long, so you better get to the point before I walk out of here.
Same old John. Only this is one conversation you can't walk out on. In fact, there's only one way out of here. Who's there?
Now, hold on, my dear. You may be right in a way, but let me continue.
Go ahead, but I haven't much time.
That's where you're wrong, Mr. Radian. Why, the only thing you have left is time.
What? This is... And those people are...
You became aware quicker than most. But as I said, twofold. Satanya's was for vengeance, which we condone. Ours for selfishness, which is part of our code.
Please, please send him through there. He doesn't deserve an explanation.
No, no. Our plan is only half completed. I need you both.
But you said the tribunal would pass judgment. I fulfilled all my assignments. I don't understand why I should even be here.
You wanted to be here. You bought your ticket one way. But because of your determination, we've shown compassion. We've selected both of you to help us annex Earth as part of our domain.
Can't you get to the point?
Well, you never were one to understand the meaning of patience, were you, John? Now let him continue and we can get this thing over with.
It's all very simple. I needed 2 lovebirds that had turned into fighting cocks. That's why we had to bring you down here.
Look, why all the games? Can't you just get on with it? What do you want us to do?
He is impulsive, isn't he? That's why we chose him for the job. Well, here, I have an envelope that I want you both to deliver to Earth.
Always told me before what I was delivering. What's in this envelope?
It's our greatest achievement. It assures us of more territory, space. We've been overcrowded here for years. That envelope contains a formula.
A formula?
What is it? What do we do with it?
Deliver it to them. They'll know what to do with it. They'll play hell with it. That formula is a 500 megaton bomb.
I'd rethink that if I were you, Mr. D. From the looks of your little waiting room there, you've already got quite a backlog. You unleash a 500 megaton bomb, and you're going to be totally swamped. You're going to have millions of angry customers. You're going to have lines miles long out that door. After all, you're running hell, not the DMV. Well, my lords and ladies, I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to invite you all back again next week when we'll do whatever this is all over again. As always, I am Lord BloodRah saying, geek out.